Alrighty, so back with the S10 V8 project. Sorry, it looks like a nightmare down here. I've been kind of pulling wires apart to try to figure out what I needed and where. So on the 4-cylinder 2.2 liter, the starter is on the driver's side. Small block Chevy, it is on the passenger side, but the harness, the way it's set up, the wire for the starter and everything is super long, and it actually comes right here in this junction, so I'm just going to reroute it down through all the harness over here and right to the starter. So I'm just going through and checking to see what wires I actually need to keep and which ones I don't. Majority of them I don't, because I really only need the starter signal and switch and stuff like that, and the alternator, but the alternator stuff is all into this harness here, and the stuff tucked down in here, so that's for ground, and then the positive wire and everything is in this harness right here. And then the power for the main battery harness, sorry, I was bent over there not looking at my camera, is right here. So I believe this one is the alternator plug, but I could be wrong, I can't remember, so just have to get there when I get into it. So, and then that guy as well will go on the post, but I believe most of this down here is just for like signal and stuff like that, so I'll find one that's a 12-volt key on for the distributor so that I can get power to that, so that when I turn the key, it fires right up. So gonna pull the motor mounts off and start cleaning the subframe here. Sorry, I say subframe, but the fucking cross member here, and then yank the transmission out. I will have that for sale though. Got the good 5-speed for a 4-cylinder. It shifted great, and of course the exhaust that the kid cut the shit out of. So yeah, it looks like power steering is pretty much the same from the Malibu to the truck. So hopefully I'll be able to just make the lines work and not have to fight that too much. So that's great. But then yeah, set up a time lapse for you the next couple days, and we'll start doing this wiring and clean it all up in here, and maybe paint up the back firewall again. I got to do a little massaging back in here to make sure everything fits, so I can actually get the bolts out. Because with the 4-cylinder, you can actually barely get this bolt and this bolt out with this big old lip. It looks like someone's already beat on it, but I mean, this thing's had 2, maybe 3 motors in it. Had 2 in the time I had it, so yeah. But yeah, hopefully I'll get a time lapse here, me doing some more wiring, and yeah, it should be pretty sweet once I get all that loomed up and looking a lot better than the stock stuff does. So keep with me, and yeah, should be looking a lot different after the next video I shoot.